all you cinephiles out there.
What's up?
So, we are back with a review for you. This is a movie that has come out probably like 3 weeks ago, maybe. Thor Ragnarok.
The best one by far of the Thor movies.
Yeah,
I have to
I'd
say.
say so. I'd say so too.
Definitely, hands down, the funniest Marvel movie yet. It's got the most humor, which really worked for it for the most part. Maybe a little too much, but we'll get into that. In just a minute. I liked it, loved it, awesome, great movie. I liked the direction they took with Thor, because really, like, the Thor franchise is getting dry. Started out pretty okay enough. Like, you know, like Thor is this first movie of Thor. Like Thor is like this over arrogant, battle hungry. He's all full of himself, and of course, like, he causes Asgard to fall into war and chaos. Becomes humble, becomes this all new character, coming back and being an awesome superhero. And then Thor 2 was pretty much almost a rehash of that, but people were like, but then, like, when Thor 2 came out, it was, people liked it, but then everyone was like, wait, is that all his movies are gonna be? Like, is he gonna, like, link, he's just gonna end up back on Earth at one point, link up with those same humans, and it's just gonna be that? Because if so, I don't know if I like that. Thor Ragnarok takes Thor in a different direction and puts him more into space. Has a more of a Guardians of the Galaxy feel, which is okay, because, well, I mean, Thor exists off Earth. Like, he basically does most of his time off Earth, and so it makes sense to put him more in a Guardians of the Galaxy toned kind of movie, because eventually we're gonna want to see Guardians link up with the Avengers, and Thor is that sensible, like, he's that link that makes sense. Yeah. So Hulk being brought into this movie made sense. It was a good move. Makes the movie more fun, especially since they can't really do any solo Hulk films at the time, and we want more of Hulk, and we want to see we want to see more of him doing his Hulk thing. And they made him more of a character. Hulk talks, and the one thing about this movie is that there's like two parts to it. There's the kind of Planet Hulk side of the story, and there's the whole Asgardian Apocalypse Ragnarok side of the story.
This is directed by Taika Waititi, and if you've seen his other movies like Fruitvale Station, and I believe the other one's called What We Do in the Shadows, you would know his type of humor. Those are pretty much the same type of humor that he uses in Thor Ragnarok. He plays a part in this movie. He's the voice of Korg, and which is one of my favorite characters. That whole New Zealand accent, the high New Zealand accent that he does for this character, it's very friendly, funny, and hilarious, and I loved his character. I also thought the blending of Planet Hulk and the Ragnarok story blended really well. I mean, that was one of the issues of this movie, was like, how are you going to do a Planet Hulk type of vibe within a Thor movie? I like Jeff Goldblum's character as the Grandmaster. It was great. Exaggerated Jeff Goldblum. Pretty much, and they knew how to utilize it really well. And the funniest thing he did in the movie was like the very end credit scene, where he's like, all right, well, great revolution. Amazing, great job everyone, and kudos to me, because you know, you kind of need someone to overthrow. I thought I played that part really well, and it's a tie. Valkyrie, Tessa Thompson, I thought was badass Valkyrie. I really liked the scenes where she's flashing back to where she first fought Hela. I thought that looked great with, you know, the Pegasus. The Pegasus is. I guess.
Whenever whenever that was shown in one of the trailers, everyone kind of liked it, because it was very much. It had a very much heaven hell kind of representation going on, and people really liked it, because they looked like they were like angelic warriors coming out of the heavens towards Hela. Yeah, like the imagery was outstanding in this movie. The imagery, the cinematography, the visuals, all of it. It was just amazing. Animation, everything was stunning. And look, I like how Thor and Loki have, like, you can tell they've come a long way together, and they really have grown. Like, they still have a very strong brotherly bond, even though, like, they are at odds sometimes. Yeah. You know, and Thor even says, you know, Loki, I know how this works. You know, I began to trust you. We confide in each other. I think we're in a good place. You betray me, and round and round and round we go. I get it now. I'm familiar to the pattern, and it's, you know, it's not gonna fool me anymore.
Yeah.
And Loki has really mellowed out in this movie. He's not hell bent on gaining power of any kind. He's really just wanting to do his own thing. But at the same time, he does love his brother, and he kind of does deep down want to help him, even though like he has other interests and other temptations. Like I liked how he walked by the Tesseract, and he was like, okay. What I would have preferred though, if they added in just a second or two longer of him just going no and just walking on, I would have preferred that. But whatever. I like how they threw it in there, like it's there. And I thought it was funny how like Hela was like some of that stuff is fake, like the gauntlet, like she just tossed it over that as fake, which is interesting because that Odin would have a fake gauntlet. I think he wants people to rest at ease that it is safe when Thanos really has it. We all know Thanos has it because of the end credit scene of Age of Ultron.
Kate Blanchett as I was about to say Galadriel. As Hela.
She is Galadriel. She's Galadriel turned evil.
Yeah. Pretty much.
She basically, like when she came out of that portal, she came out of she came out of Lord of the Rings universe. She was like, yeah, I'm here. I just had a visit with Sauron. He enlightened me.
Also, speaking of Lord of the Rings people, Karl Urban as Scourge was pretty good. Also, I liked his comedic timing, and I liked the fact that he favors weapons from Texas, as he called it. His guns,
that was funny.
His assault rifles.
Now, Karl Urban, I thought he would have more of a role in the movie, but I guess I wasn't really surprised by like what it turned out to be. Mm-hmm. I wasn't really let down or anything. I was a little surprised at what they did with him, but I felt like he could have been done better. I mean, like I thought he was okay. I thought like I'm not saying he was bad. I'm not saying he was great. He was good for the most part. Overall, I would say. He had an okay arc. It kind of made it was kind of like it was an interesting subplot arc for him to go through. I just kind of wish it was a little more. We could have seen just a little bit more of it, but I understand there's a lot going on in this movie, so it gets a pass. I think my biggest thing about it was that I thought his death scene could have been better. Like he's kicking butt, and then she just throws a sword and he's like, ah. It was a little too funny, and I was like, couldn't we have gotten like a more track? I would have liked it if Hela had stabbed him and he drops to his knees and he's like, and she's like, you could have been so much, and he's just like, I am who I am, or something like that. He just says something, he defies her, and then he dies, or whatever. That would have been better. Love the fact that Doctor Strange was in this movie.
Oh yeah.
What was his thing? It was like he had like a 5-minute cameo. The thing is, I know some people were disappointed because they were hoping he would have more to do in the movie, but instead he was like a stepping stone in the movie. I still thought it was okay and even really good, because we want these movies to show just a little bit that these worlds still are interconnected.
I gotta say my favorite cameos were at the beginning of the movie during the play scene.
Oh yeah, Matt Damon.
Matt Damon as Loki. Chris Hemsworth's brother as Thor.
Really?
Yeah.
It was Liam Hemsworth?
Not Liam. The other one.
Oh, I didn't know he had another one.
Yeah. Oh crap! Now I forgot his name. But yeah, there's another one. There's another Hemsworth brother, but he's on Westworld. That's where he's known for.
Okay.
I didn't notice until the second time, but Sam Neill of Jurassic Park fame is playing Odin.
Wait, who? Sam Neill of Jurassic Park? Who is in Jurassic Park?
He's in the first movie, he's the Alan.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, you're talking about like the main dude?
Yeah.
Really?
He's Odin.
I had to watch that again and look for. Man, the actor hasn't really done anything good in a while.
Yeah.
Like really.
But I think it's cool that he's in this movie, and Jeff Goldblum's in this movie as well.
That's great.
So, but I didn't catch it the first time, and it wasn't until I heard the review, and I was like, holy crap, that is Sam Neill.
I mean, I think I may have a couple nitpicks, but like my one actual issue I have with this movie is the fact that the humor is great, but there's a little too much humor. I'm not saying that there's some humor I don't like. I actually like all the humor. The humor is hilarious. I laughed like so much during this movie. I'm just saying, like, there were some parts where I wish that a humorous moment was replaced with a more of an epic moment. For the most part, with all the Marvel movies, the action, whatever the theme is, like it's all action adventure basically. The main theme, the action adventure theme, really takes center stage, and the comedy takes second stage. It's like it's there very strongly, and it's riddled throughout, and it's hilarious. For Thor Ragnarok, I felt a lot like the comedy took center stage with this movie, and they went from a lot more comedy over the action adventure bits. Action adventure is still there very much, like obviously, but comedy felt like it was pretty much the main theme of the movie. I'm not saying that means the movie is bad or anything. It's not. It's just my one issue I have with it. I would have preferred that it took a step. Comedy takes a little bit of a step back, but regardless, it's a hilarious movie. It's a very fun movie to watch. It's one of the most exciting Marvel movies, and it is downright the funniest. Just wish the humor could have been toned down just a tad. That's all.
There were things that I don't like as well. Kind of on his note about there are some jokes that do not land, but that's to be expected with comedy. I mean, that's just the business of comedy. You're gonna have jokes that land, you're gonna have jokes that some don't land. I also don't like the fact that Scourge got killed so quickly and kind of lamely. Like he just kind of gets stabbed and then he does this whole dramatic fall.
Yeah.
I wish he would have gone out in a different way.
I thought it was funny when I first saw it, because I honestly don't give a shit about these characters. I do agree though, that it was a little insulting to kill off the Warrior 3. The Warriors 3.
That too.
That was a little insulting just to kill them off like they're nothing. Like at least kill off 2 of them like they're nothing. The other guy at least took a stand and was that.
And there was no mention of Lady.
There was no mention of Lady Sith, but apparently she's off in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. doing God knows what. I haven't kept up with that show at all. I'm only on season 2 and I have not been watching it for like the last year.
Tell us what you liked or disliked about the movie. Tell us if we missed something that was interesting or that you liked. Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more reviews and reactions. And until next time,
we're out.